guys, it's Casey. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you've never been here before, just welcome. So I've seen a lot of people around BookTube doing their top books of 2015 so far, and I figured since we're in the middle of 2015 that would be a really appropriate thing to do. So I have 8 books here to show you guys, and I've only given 5 of them 5 out of 5 stars because I'm really picky with my 5 out of 5 star ratings, but I wanted to show you guys 3 other ones also that I gave 4.5 stars that were really close to 5. So let's start off with the 4.5 star books. First is Please Ignore Vera Dietz by A.S. King. I really loved this book. It's about a girl named Vera and her best friend, or ex-best friend kind of at the time, dies under kind of suspicious circumstances, and that's all I'm gonna say, but I really enjoyed the writing. It was unlike anything I've ever read. I just think A.S. King has a very unique voice, and so it was really enjoyable and it really made me think. Second book I gave 4.5 out of 5 stars is Breadcrubs by Ursu. This is a very loosely based retelling of the Snow Queen that follows a young girl named Hazel, and her best friend Jack disappears and she has to go on this epic adventure to find him. It's fun, it's whimsical, it's magical, the writing is beautiful, and I had such a fun time reading it. I was really close to giving it 5 stars, but it's at the 4.5 mark. By the way, Goodreads doesn't have a 4.5. This is just in my mind. Goodreads only has a 4 or 5, which makes me sad because I'm indecisive and I need something in the middle of that Goodreads. Please? No, I'm just kidding, kind of. But yeah, in my mind, this is 4.5. Then I have Through the Woods by Carroll. This is a graphic novel of 5 short stories that are all kind of creepy. I loved it. The main reason I loved this so much is the illustrations are, no lie, I think the most beautiful illustrations I've ever seen in my life. Like, and the coolest part is the illustrations are slightly different for every story, which really like makes them stand apart, and yet they all blend together so nicely. I just really enjoyed it. I got sucked into this world and finished it in one sitting and loved it. Now moving on to my 5-star books. Yeah, sorry, that was weird. First we have Is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me by Mindy Kaling. Kaling? I hear people say different things every time. I think I hear like Kaling on talk shows and stuff, but I don't really know. But anyway, this is like just a funny memoir she wrote. It's hysterical. I've read a lot of celebrity comedian autobiographies or memoirs or whatever, and this one I think is the funniest one I've ever read. The best part about it is it's so relatable. I felt like I was talking to my best friend. I was reading this on an airplane and dying laughing, so I loved it. Next 5 out of 5 is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. This book messed me up, you guys. It messed me up. But, oh my gosh. So, this is a book about a boy named Connor, and his mother has cancer, or she's sick. It never really says cancer, but you kind of figure it is. Anyway, a monster comes to his window and tells him 3 stories and says at the end, you have to tell me your story. It's just this like simple story, but the themes I could relate to so much. Like, it really like hit me on a personal level. Plus, it has illustrations too. Some are full page illustrations, but mostly we just get little illustrations on the side of the page. So it's not a graphic novel, but oh my gosh, I really enjoyed it. It's very simple, but it really gets the point across, and yes. Next is Fairest by Marissa Meyer. This is the prequel to the Lunar Chronicles series about Queen Lavanna, the evil villain. I loved this. Marissa Meyer can't do wrong in my book anymore. Like, I was really worried about this book, and then it was everything I wanted it to be. I don't think it could have been better. I really don't. Like, there's not anything else I would have wanted from it. I just loved it. It was so much fun and creepy and I read it in one sitting. Oh yes, I couldn't put it down. I loved it. Thank you, Marissa Meyer, for this series. I really like it a lot. Thank you. Next is I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. Oh my gosh, I have no words. This is like a memoir from her childhood up into her teen years, and this woman is one of my biggest inspirations in life. She's so wise. It's mind-boggling. She went through so much crap as a child, like crap is not even the right word to describe it. She went through terrible trauma as a child. I won't spoil it for you, but it's in here, and it is, Anyway, she came out the other side like a warrior because she's incredible, and I loved it. I love you. I I love you, Maya. I loved this book. I can't speak. I just loved it. Okay, so my last book on the list is not a book. It is a comic book, so it, you know, some people might consider that a book. I just meant it's not like a novel. It's a comic book. If you've been on my channel at all, you might know that my favorite TV show of all time is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah, it's awesome. Buffy lasted for 7 seasons, and after it ended, the writers and the creator got together and created a season 8 and I believe 9 comic book of what the show would have been if it would have continued. And I read the first issue in the season 8 comics. So here is the cover, and then it's called The Long Way Home. I did not want to read this for like years. I was against it. I was just like, I'm not going to like that. Finally, a friend convinced me. You guys, I didn't leave my room. I wasn't eating. I stayed in my room and read this like a whole day. I loved it. I loved that there was no budget because it's not on TV. They could do whatever they wanted with the story. I loved the illustrations. They looked just like the characters except they were comic booky enough. I thought the story was great. I just loved where they went with it and I didn't expect to at all. I really liked it. So yeah, I'm gonna probably continue with that. Anyway guys, those were my top books of 2015 so far. I would love to hear your top books. If you have a video you would like to direct me to where you've done that, or if you'd like to write in the comments what you've liked this year. I can't wait to read more books in the next months to come, and then at the end of the year make my favorite books of all year video. I'm really excited. I feel like there's good reading ahead for all of us, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!